Hello, everybody. I am so excited to share with you guys today kind of my why for why I got started coaching. If you don't know, my name is Megan Struemph, and I am an online health and fitness coach with Beachbody. So my why is a little bit unconventional in that a lot of coaches get started coaching because they love the fitness programs, or they love Shakeology, or they love the atmosphere that Beachbody provides for them, and they want to share that with other people. Mine started a little bit differently than that, in that I was looking for more of an inner transformation than an outer transformation. So let's back up about 2 years. About 2 years ago, I'm a middle school teacher also, and I just had a really rough group of kids. If you are a teacher, or if you've ever interacted with kids in kind of a group setting, I think you might know what I'm talking about. It was just I feel like nothing I could do as a teacher would encourage them or motivate them, and it was rough. Everything was not cool enough for them, it seemed like, with my middle schoolers. And so I allowed that kind of that negative vibe and negative atmosphere to kind of infiltrate me and start affecting my life, which is something that is really against my personality, but it was just a part of what I was going through at that moment. So I had a good friend of mine who kind of knew this was going on, and she was just always filling me with positivity, sending me little positive messages, recognizing the positive things that I was doing in my life, because I had started kind of changing up my eating and working out a little bit more and getting a little focused on my health. And so she was always kind of encouraging me along the way through all of those different changes that I was making. And I loved that positive vibe, and I wanted more of that interaction of other women building each other up. So I kind of took a leap of faith and joined a sneak peek, kind of like this one. And I just got to hear from a bunch of different coaches who were had so many different goals, like goals similar to mine, but goals different from mine. And I just sat and I just took it all in with an open mind. But I remember there was one morning, and I was sitting getting ready for school, and I was curling my hair, and I had my little earbuds in, and I was listening to a video of someone. And I remember them asking this question of, if you could inspire one person through helping other women, who would that be and why? And I sat there and just lost it. I started getting teary-eyed, and all of these emotions started kind of overtaking my body. And the reason is because I started thinking of maybe the most important woman in my life, and that is my mama. And I love her like so much. She has the biggest heart of anybody I have ever met in my life. And, but I worry about her. I do. I mean, it has been several years now, ever since I started kind of working on myself and getting myself healthier. I'll have nights where I just kind of break into crying, because I think about me and how I'm kind of an older woman, not really older. I'll be 30 here soon, and I am not married yet, and I don't have kids yet, and I want her to be around for my grandkids. I so want her to be able to interact and get on the floor and play and have the energy to go to Six Flags or do those things that I know she so wants to do. And so I thought, man, if I could inspire all of these other different women, I don't know, 100 women, women who are like her, women who are different from her, women who have similar goals or completely crazy different goals than her, if I could just fill her with all of that positivity, then she would want to make this change also. And so from that moment, it was like always in the back of my mind of, I have to do this. Like, this is my answer to all of those nights where I worried and I was figuring out how can I make this happen or how can I inspire her to get started. And so that was my turning point, I guess. Everybody kind of has this little turning point of changes in their life. And that was it. I knew that this was an answer to a problem that was a piece of my life and my story and who I am. So I went ahead and got started. I had some personal reasons also. I've always had this feeling, not always, in the past 5 years, I've had this feeling that that God was calling me for something so much greater than my little bubble that I was currently living in. So I have this comfort zone of, a couple of friends and family, and those are the people I primarily talk to. And I really get nervous. I'm kind of this like introvert extrovert, and then I really get nervous of sharing who I am and my story with women who I don't know and who I feel like might judge me from it. So I was married when I was straight out of college and separated and divorced, and it was the most difficult time of my life, but the most transforming part of my life also. I genuinely built a relationship with God and got to know Jesus and the promises that God offers us. And that was the comfort and the peace. And weirdly, I was more peaceful during that whole experience than I have ever been in my entire life. And that was because I leaned on God and not myself and not my family and not my friends to get me through that situation. And I just knew, that was a circumstance that God put in my life to get me to where I am today, and this calling for more, and that I needed to share that story to inspire others and help others through difficult times in their life also. So that's kind of why I got started. Ever since then, my why has definitely changed. I've always had this want to possibly have the option, maybe I'll take it, maybe I won't, but to have the option to stay at home and be here and live a simple life in my house when I have kids someday, and not have to rush off to work and not have to be away from them. And not saying there's anything wrong with that. That might be something that I do one day. I may continue to teach, but I want that option to, when the time comes and I'm in the moment and I want to make that decision, I can choose what I want to do, to have a little bit more freedom with my kiddos someday, or to continue to teach and also do this. And I know that coaching is going to someday allow me to have that option financially. So that is a little bit about my why. Your call to action today is, I would love to know, I want you to answer that question that really transformed me. And that is, if you could inspire one person by helping 2 women, by helping 10 women, whatever it is, by you helping women choose a healthier lifestyle, who's that one person in your life that you would absolutely love to inspire? So if you could comment below that, I would love to know who you all would love to inspire. And I will talk to you later. Have a great day. See you guys. Mwah.